most famous physical therapist on the internet.
There's your sign. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, we're going to show you how to release your back between the shoulder blades using stuff at home, stuff in your own home.
Right. Things you don't have to go out and buy fancy stuff.
Right.
You can utilize many things at home.
Some of the stuff almost seems like it works better to me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com, our website, and go to the giveaway section. We're always giving something away. This week, we're giving away suspension straps.
Oh, great.
Yep. Really good workout system. Very inexpensive, but very high quality.
They are.
Really a great combination. Go to facebook.com or our Facebook page, and you'll find the contest at the top of the page. Go to Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program. Okay. To me personally, or, this particular exercise, these exercises or some form of them have been the most helpful stretches I have done for my posture by far. Because we're working on that area between the shoulder blades, and that's the one that gives me trouble. It's funny, yesterday I was on the computer a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
And I tried to,
but
you start going down, and I started feeling it, and I did a lot of these things. And if you let it go too far, though, it almost gets to the point where it doesn't recover right away. Do you know what I mean?
You mean if you let that...
If I'm sitting that way too long.
Right, we're going to have to tape a 2x4 to your back.
I know.
Around your head and everything, duct tape.
Some answer there. All right. With all these, I want you to be aware if you have osteoporosis, I wouldn't have you do any of these.
Sure. Right.
So be gentle. So let's start off. The first one is 2 tennis balls, or you could have lacrosse balls. Right. What other balls might they have at home?
Well, usually I've always tennis balls are usually pretty inexpensive and they're not that aggressive.
Right.
As lacrosse balls are a little more aggressive. And
yes,
I think they cost more too. They're harder to get a hold of.
Right. And so the tennis ball you just steal from your dog. So, okay. So you put it in a sock. You put the 2. I'm going to take 2 of them. I'll put them in the sock.
Sure.
And the reason this works well is because it's got the handles on each side.
Right.
Then.
And actually, a longer sock can actually work.
Would even be better.
Tube socks.
So you're just going to go up against the wall, and again, using the handles, I can put it in place. I'm putting it on each side of the spine.
Yeah. So So you got the spine down the middle. You want it there, not into the shoulder blades, but there's that muscle spot, and it's going to go right down there.
That's right. It works right in that area without hitting the bone of the scapula and without hitting the bone of the spine. So I'm putting it on. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to hit all different spots. But the reason I'm having you start against the wall is because if you're new to this can be pretty aggressive.
Right.
I mean, eventually we're going to have you do it on the floor.
Right. You want to get this to the point where it hurts, but hurts so good. You'll know that. If it hurts and it hurts pretty much, then it's
too much.
Yeah, but against the wall, you'll have good control.
Right, you have good control. You can lift your body, your pelvis up like this and lean up against it a little more. But to add to it, you want to do some wall angels with this.
Which is going to strengthen those postural muscles, which is going to help your posture.
And it also applies different stretches to the, it hits
gets the
different
pecs. Yeah, exactly.
But even this area kind of manipulates the balls and makes they work a little bit better.
Yeah, give them a little movement in the right
So I'm going to move it down a little bit more, and I'll hit a different spot.
Now,
originally, again, you're going to probably, your arms might only go this far.
Yeah, depends how tight you are.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started these, this arm, especially this arm, would not go back. So.
You couldn't even touch the wall with it?
No, or if I was on the floor,
sure.
It wouldn't touch the floor.
So you can bring your feet a little bit farther away from the wall, which adds a little pressure.
Absolutely. Good point, Brad. Really good point. Actually, I'm stretching a lot harder now. It's pushing a lot harder now. Again, kind of a beginner one. For those of you who really maybe need a lot of work on your postures. So number 2, you're going to use a folding chair.
Yep. Why a folding chair, Bob?
It's just they seem to hit you just right.
Yep.
In the right spot.
So it's not too high like this one.
Right. you'll see what we're.
Yeah, it hits me up. The edge of it hits me almost to the neck, which is too high.
Yeah. So you take a towel to cushion the top of the chair a
Yeah.
bit.
If it's already cushioned, you may not need a towel, but
Yeah.
if like this has that kind of a steel rim.
Yeah. This one's not bad. I mean, well, it's got a little bit of cushion right there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring my seat forward, and I'm just gonna lean back over this like this. Now you can put your hands on your neck, or you can put your hands like this, and you're just gonna lean back, and a little bit of cracking going on there.
Yeah, so he's got that, and now you can slide your bottom on that chair a little bit to go up or go down.
Right. You can move
when I do this, I actually hit about 3 or 4 locations.
Oh, I just hit another one, Brad.
Oh,
You
Save
guys can just
yourself
watch me go into ecstasy here.
oh, Bob, why, Bob?
So
Why?
this works pretty good to bring your arms back
Yeah.
like this, and then bring your lower the hands to the
Yeah.
floor.
You got to make sure you breathe. Don't hold your breath
Yeah.
when you do this.
Good
Just
point,
relax. It should not. If it creates any pain, any sharp pain, you do not want to do it.
Right. We want this to be pain-free and pleasurable, and
Exactly.
and to feel like it's the right thing. But it's,
I had an office chair once where I worked, and I would do this regularly throughout the day. I didn't need the towel; everything was just right for it. It worked very well.
yeah, but these folding chairs do seem to hit you well.
Sure.
I mean, I'm tall, but even a shorter person, I think, could get it.
Yeah.
into the
Just
right
a little
position.
warning: if you are using an office chair, you got to be careful because some of them aren't made
Right,
to lean
right.
back, and you could tip over.
Yeah,
So-
you could, or you could take that back off. I mean,
Yeah, you got to.
so-
So you got to make sure you got a good solid chair.
Why don't you show the alternative here, Brad? You could actually use a ball in it. If you have a chair like this,
Yep.
You're gonna have to steal a ball from a kid.
Yep. Now, actually, I found this one for like $3. I was just walking through the store and they had them at the end.
Yeah, this one's
The
perfect.
end
I love
cap.
this ball.
Yeah, these rubber ones. This is the kind when I was a kid we'd use it for kickball.
That's the ones we
It's
use.
got that rubbery and
Yep.
it really is nice. And you're going to put that and you're going to lean back. And, this is how I like to do it. You may do it like this. You may have your hands down. It all
Yep.
depends. Now, again, I'm going to drop it down a little bit. And
What's nice, you can hit so many different
yeah.
areas with that.
so, again, you can vary the location. And I'll go low. And actually, I will get up right up in there by my neck, too. And work it. And you may only spend a minute or two doing this, but you do it throughout the day.
And again, it's so nice and soft and cushy that you can go right over the spine
Right,
with this,
right.
and it works well.
But wait, Bob,
Oh,
there's more.
Okay.
We can use this on the balls.
Yes.
Can we going to get to that right
Yep,
away?
let's do that one.
And this is something we just discovered that really, I almost like this better than using the foam roller for this.
Right. We often recommend using a foam roller to do this one,
Yeah.
but this is actually better than the foam roller, and it's $3.
Yeah. Well, $3.99.
All
But
right.
if you get a discount somewhere, they're always looking for the deal. So, and this, you just roll back and forth, and it's nice, and it just feels great. I'm very happy. Now, how much air you have in the ball is going to vary on kind of the person, but we've always talked about having a flatter ball in the chair before, which worked well. But for this,
With the rubber ball, I don't think you need to.
right, it squishes out enough.
Yeah.
And just rolling like this is just a real nice.
Well, you had mentioned too, Brad, that this is one where you actually can go into the low back a little
Right,
bit. A
yep.
little bit. I don't know that I go crazy on it, but it actually,
It-
with a foam roller, it hurts to go into the low
Yeah,
back.
it's too aggressive, but this spreads the weight out. And my back is sensitive with spondylolisthesis, and this actually, I can go much better, tolerate much more. So that's another option.
Now watch, you won't be able to walk tomorrow, but.
Oh, no.
All right.
I know
So
better.
now the final one is a little more aggressive. We're
Yeah.
going to take the 2 tennis balls and we're going to get into place now. I'm going to be right here. And for some of you, I mean, this feels like what I do in the morning now, Brad.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really aggressive.
So this you do on the carpeted floor?
I do it on a carpeted floor. If you were just starting out, you could put a towel over it or you could put a pillow underneath your head. But I lay like this, I lie like this, and I actually do some of these wall angels down here
Sure.
even. But this is really aggressive. This is really pushing on the area. Then I move it down, further down between the shoulder blades. You can also roll like this, Brad.
Yep.
I'm rolling right in between the shoulder blades
So
here.
those balls are
Yeah.
just rolling.
And this is, again, very aggressive.
Yeah. But you'll find like Bob has no problem with it. Once you work with this a little bit, it actually gets to the point where it feels good. And
Right.
It's that hurts so good kind of a thing. But it takes a little bit to get to that point.
Well, this is my go-to thing yesterday. When I started getting that aching, a little bit of headache.
Yep.
I right away grabbed these and I went and laid on these. You lay and lie people have got me all screwed up now.
Well, the English
So-
majors.
Yeah. So, but it helped after about I did it. I laid there for about
You probably fell asleep.
10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, but by 20 minutes later, then it went away.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a delayed effect. But this, again, I don't want to have you watch me for 10 minutes doing this, but this does work really well. And you started off with these two and you were too tight. I mean, you had used the back pod, right?
Well, yeah, now I do. But it just.
But you originally too couldn't. You had to put a towel on it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, because it
So-
was too aggressive on me.
So,
Um,
so remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
except for
A broken heart.
that's right, Bob.
But we will work on
yeah, and
it.
I think we had come up something close last week, but it was a false alarm.
All right. Sorry about that, folks.